Hello everyone. In this lesson, we will discuss about the rearranging formulas. So this is a chapter which we are studying right now is algebra, and the topic is rearranging formulas. So this is again some basics and very easy for very important and not too difficult. So let's start. So question number one, I will solve questions, and inside the questions, I will explain you about the rules. I will explain you how to apply different rules. I will explain you how to move one number from one side of equality to another side of equality. So I will explain you all the rules in these 6 to 7 questions. If you can see, I have taken like different types of questions so that we cover all the rules in rearranging formula topic. This is a rule. For example, this is a question. Now, it says, this is the question, make B the subject of the formula. What does it mean actually? It means separate B. If you see here, B is with 5, it is combined with 3, it is combined with 4, but we need to separate B. Okay, we will keep B on one side of equality and we will shift all other numbers to another side of equality. So first of all, we will start from this 4. We will shift this 4 to that side of equality. So you might know this rule that, for example, if you want to remove a number from the denominator, so we multiply that number both side. So you can see multiply 4 both side. So actually, if you multiply 4 here, I multiplied 4 here and 4 here. So actually both side. Okay, this is what we do in mathematics. We always multiply or divide a number both side. We cannot do on single side. So this 4 will cancel out with that 4. Okay, so as we have removed that 4. Okay, so now 4a will left here. You can see 4a will left here, and 5b plus 3 will left on the right side of the equation. Now this is the turn of this 3 to shift this 3 from here and like separate b. So we will take that 3 to the other side of equality. So obviously this is plus 3 here. So when we shift that to the other side, it will become negative 3 equal 5b. So 5b left on right side and it become 4a minus 3. Now the next thing is to remove this 5 from this b. So for that, what we can do, we can divide both side by 5. So we will divide 5 here and 5 there as well. So you can see I have divided 5 here on right side and 5 on left side. So these two 5, these will cancel out. So b is equal to 4a minus 3 equal 5, and this is how we got it. This is the answer. This is make b the subject of the formula. So now you can see b is the subject of the formula. We have separated b. This is how you can apply the rule. So rule number 1 we have applied. If you want to remove the denominator, multiply with that number. If you want to shift a number with addition or subtraction, so what will happen? The sign will change if you take it to the other side. So as I did, so this is rule number 2. Okay, so rule number 1 was if you want to shift a number in the denominator to the other side of the equality, then multiply both sides by that number. So actually that number in the denominator will automatically shift into the other side of equality. If you want to shift a number which is an addition to the other side of equality, so the sign will change. And same for subtraction as well. Now question number 2. Question number 2, in this question, we need to make Q the subject of the formula. So what does that mean actually? It means separate Q. This is the question. Now, in this question, see the difference in these two questions. This one and this one. There is a bit and a small change, small difference. If you see, this 4 is in the denominator for both 5b and 3 combinedly. So this 4 is in downward, it is below 4 5b plus 3. But in this case, 7 is only the denominator of q and not for 2r. So 2r is a separate number. Okay, this is a separate term. This 7 is only below this q. So therefore, our first step here in this case would be to remove this 2r, because this is a separate term. So you will remove this separate term, which is 2r, to the other side of equality. So it was plus 2q plus 2r. When we shift it to the other side, it would become negative 2r. So p minus negative 2r. And what we're left here? Q minus q by 7. Now, if we want to remove this 7, which is in the denominator, as I have explained you earlier, that if you want to remove a number which is in the denominator, multiply with that number both sides. So we will multiply both sides by 7, because I want to remove this 7. So 7 is in the denominator. We have multiplied 7 over here and 7 over there. So this 7 will cancel out with this 7. So q will become 7 bracket p minus 2r. Now I will multiply this 7 to the inside the bracket. So 7 times p is 7p, and minus 7 times 2 is 14r. So this is what we got, and this is the answer. Okay, question number 3. So in this question, t is again the denominator, which is below u v minus u combinedly. So therefore, our first step would be to remove this t. This question is more similar to question number 1. You can see 4 was down, which was the denominator of both the u and v. So for that, multiply t both side. So you will multiply it here. You can see I have multiplied here. I multiplied to the right side as well, the left side and right side. Now, at would become t times a would become 80, and this t will cancel out with that t. So u minus v will left here. Now the next step actually we need to find out v. We will make v the subject of the formula. So for that, I will shift this q to the other side of the equation. Okay, so v will become 80, and this is u negative u. So when we shift this negative u to the other side of equality, it will become plus u. And this is what we got. This is the rearranging formula. By the way, this rearranging formula is very important in physics, in chemistry as well. Because normally, for example, if I talk about a formula, F equal ma, this is a very famous formula for Newton's second law. And if in the question, the examiner or the question asks about to find out acceleration, how you will rearrange this formula. So actually we are applying these methods, which you are learning here. So for that, we want to remove this m. Okay, if you want to remove this m, so you will divide both sides by m, because m is in multiplication. So if m is in multiplication, we will divide it. So m will cancel out. So f by m is equal to a. So you can apply these rules in all the formulas of physics. So therefore, these equations and rearranging formulas are very important. It is important for mathematics. If a person knows these rules, mathematics become then much easier. Okay, so these are important rules. You write down everything, note them with yourself, so that you can later see it and revise it quickly. All right, so question number 4. The next one, again, u square equal v square equal u square plus 2as. Now, in this case, we want to make u the subject of the formula. You can see make u the subject of the formula. So it means separate u. So for that, we will remove this addition number. This is one term, which is an addition. So you will shift this to the left side. So this is plus here. We will, if we shift it to the left side, it will become negative 2s. Now, but still, Now u is separate, but still you can see this is u square, this is not u. So still we haven't get our required answer. So for that, we will take the square root both side. So you take square root here, so it will become u, and v square minus 2s square root here. So now we have separated this u, you can see. Okay, so remember this point that when there is square, you can take a square root, and that square root, under root will cancel out with this square. So this is the answer. Now question number 5. In this case, by the way, you can pause the video and try to solve this question without looking into the solution. You write down the question and solve it. Pause the video, and after that, then see the answer, see the solution over here. Okay, question number 5. So here we will separate n. So n is here, you can see. So there is under root. So first of all, we have to remove this under root, this square root. So in order to remove this square root, take square both side, not square root. Take square both side. Okay. So square can actually cancel out that square root. So we will take square here. We will take square here. Okay. So this square will cancel out with this square root, and this square will remain on both of them. Now this square is on 2 as well as on this bracket. So you will take this square on 2 as well as on this bracket. So 2 square is 4. You can see 2 square is 4. I have taken that 2 square on this 2. So it will become 4. And m plus 3 whole square. So I have taken this square on m plus 3 as well. And as this square and square root cancel out each other, so n plus 5 is the answer. N plus 5 we got on the right side. Now we want to separate n. So therefore, I have to shift this 5 to the other side. So it is plus 5 over here. When you shift it to the left side, it will become negative 5. So this is the answer. This is how you separate n, make n the subject of the formula. Question number 6 is a bit trickier. You pause the video, you try this question if you can, and then compare your solution with this answer. Now this might be a bit challenging question for most of the students. Here it says make P the subject of the formula. So you can see P is at this position as well as this position. We have two P's here. Okay, so let's start solving it. So you will shift this P minus 1 and multiply it with that Q. Okay, we can do that. We can take a number from the denominator to the other side of equality and multiply it with that number. We can do this. So we'll multiply P minus Q with that Q. So Q is Q bracket P minus 1 equal P plus 1. Now, obviously, we will multiply this Q inside the bracket. So QP is equal to PQ minus Q and P plus 1. Now, if you see P is one P is here, another P is here. So first of all, we will combine both of them. We will combine both P's. Okay. So I will keep this PQ here and I will shift that P to the left side. So it would become PQ minus P. Okay. I have taken that P to the left side. So it become PQ minus P. And I will take this Q to the other side because like we want to make it to the other side. We want to separate P. So this was negative Q. When you shift that to the other side, it will become positive Q. So Q plus 1 and P and P. Now we will take common from here. So P is common. So you take P common. So it will become Q minus 1. Okay, I want to remove this Q minus 1. So divide both sides by Q minus 1. So you will get this answer. Now we have got P, that is Q plus 1, Q minus 1. This is the answer. I hope everything is clear. Thank you very much.